Welcome back to Cruising with the Wild Herons. In this episode, we head to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for a mini vacation. We left at 10 a.m. and expect to arrive at Myrtle Beach Yacht Club around 4 p.m. So, we are off to Myrtle Beach Yacht Club. Kind of a shakedown cruise after we got all our new electronics installed and new depth sounder before we head south for the winter. Anything you want to say about those electronics, Tad?
They're almost working. Every once in a while I find something I don't like, but we'll get there.
But it is a boat.
Like the remote control is not paired with the autopilot right now, so I can't use the autopilot remote control.
Oh, that's a travesty.
Be pairing it right now.
But you want to tell us what new stuff we did get up here?
Yeah, sure. So we replaced the old Simrad autopilot with the Garmin, which speaks to the whole Garmin network. That we installed when we first bought the boat. That's a Garmin 8616. This is an 8616 XSV, which we just installed, has the sonar built into it. And then we took out a old radar, and we have a Garmin Radar, new Garmin Radar, which we don't have turned on right now. And we took that out and put the spot for the tablet for Aqua Maps. So we're running Aqua Maps over here. And I've taken the routes from Aqua Maps and I've imported them into the Garmin for using the Garmin.
And we also got a nice new backup camera, which we're not backing up, but he was watching me put the lines.
I said, "Look at Charlie's boat." She says, "I am," and I was looking. She wasn't looking at Charlie's.
I had just looked when I looked away. I knew we weren't going to hit Charlie's boat.
So it's on follow route, the autopilot. Making the turn here. We just got through a turn. It was this way, now it's this way.
Cool. That's pretty wild. So the autopilot's working.
Yep. But that's side
view.
Side scan.
So we have done our side scan sonar that we can see the sides of the boat when we're going slow and the depth of the boat. Pretty cool. How you doing, Jenna? Smile. You're on candid camera. Well, there's a lot of big debris here in the water.
That's a huge log there.
It's a big, big log. With that, don't want to hit that. That's why we don't travel at night. Here goes a ferry that we just crossed paths with. And this little boat's being towed. I don't know where they're towing to. So the boat in front is doing the towing. The boat in back looks like it's a boat that's used to push boats forward. It's being towed. The one in front's pretty flat bottom. Looks like he's taking on water in the front. I don't know, it's crazy. Okay, so straight ahead there, we're coming up on Bald Head Island, and that's where we'll make the turn to get to Southport, and then shortly after Southport is Lockwood Follies. So far, so good. Everything's running good on the boat, and it's a nice, cool day. I'd like it to be a little sunnier, but it's not hot, so can't complain. Okay, we're just heading in towards Southport, North Carolina. Making the turn down the ICW, and it's still a little overcast and breezy out. This Frying Pan Restaurant. So, what was the name of that series that they filmed out here? It wasn't Outer Banks, it was the other one.
Waterfront, on the water?
The waterfront.
The waterfront.
So most of it was filmed here in Southport and in Wilmington where we are. But there were a lot of scenes at like this American Fish Company, the pier. So if you watch on the waterfront, you will see a lot of this. There's Fishy Cafe, that's a good restaurant. And the Provision Company. It's past Southport is Morningstar Marina. We have stopped in there by car, but not by boat. They can certainly handle our boat there. They have big boats. So this is our first bridge of the day. This is Oak Island Bridge. It's a fixed bridge. And about getting ready to go under it. We are still in North Carolina. But I will be doing a woohoo when we cross that South Carolina border.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face.
Okay, so we are still on the ICW in North Carolina, and I'm heading up to the bow as we come upon Swain's Cut Fixed Bridge. Swain's Cut Fixed Bridge, which is good. It's a pretty little area. The tide is very high today, even though we're at like mid-tide on the rise. I think it's showing us about 6 feet above mean low water. So we've got plenty of water underneath us, which is great. As we head into Lockwood's Folly, which is coming up next, that's a little bit more shoaling in that area, so it's best to go in at high tide, but we're going to get there about an hour or two before high tide. So we're still going to be good. It's still going to be plenty of water, I believe. I hope. This has a lot wider area than that last bridge. Boy, we passed that other boat. It was kind of skinny there for a while. Lockwood's Folly Inlet is known for shoaling over and creating a lot of shallow areas that you need to be careful going through. Because we were going through near high tide, we decided to go straight through and not through the Bob 423 alternate route. The red areas on the map are indicative of the shoaling.
There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day.
There is Lockwood Folly Inlet right there, and there's the ocean. So we made it through Lockwood Follies unscathed. Here we are coming up upon our third bridge for the day, Holden Beach Bridge, yet another fixed bridge. These fixed bridges are approximately 65 feet high, and there's always a scale on the side of the bridge in the water to let you know what the clearance is according to the tide. Charlotte Inlet also had a little bit of shoaling that we had to navigate through, but it wasn't too bad. Off to our starboard side, there's an RV park, which looks pretty cool. And off to the port side, there's a beach where you can often find boats docked and people swimming. Today, there were a couple of guys actually tossing their fishing nets out, standing in waist-deep water.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open.
Here's our fourth fixed bridge of the day, Ocean Isle Bridge. The homes along here seem even bigger than the previous areas.
On my skin.
We typically travel on the weekdays because, as you can see, there's not a lot of boat traffic along the intercoastal waterway. Cruising on the ICW is really just such a scenic, peaceful ride most of the time, unless you hit bad weather. And today was really a great day. Here we are coming upon our final fixed bridge of the day, the Manistee Gore Bridge. This is the last bridge in North Carolina that we are going to go through before we cross the border. There was a cute little park alongside of the bridge here.
Excuses were two for a penny, but they've all gone out the window.
Okay, we are about to cross the North-South Carolina border. Anyone who knows me knows that whenever we cross a state border, I have to do an obligatory woohoo! So here goes. I think it's right in here somewhere. It's right in here somewhere. We are very close to the border now. We are in South Carolina. We are crossing the border right now. Woohoo! Ready? We have just crossed over into South Carolina.
To start the rebuilding of life.
Jet skiers love to cross over our wake, and they typically play behind our boat for a while following us.
And I can feel the sun on my skin.
The lighthouse ahead is the turn into Myrtle Beach Yacht Club.
After that, when you make that turn in, you're going to come straight back. Dock. I'll meet you down there to get your lines and get you in the slip. You're going into A14. A14.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no.
Coming into the marina was a little tricky. The wind and the current were blowing pretty hard on our starboard side, making that right-hand turn very tight. But Tad managed it beautifully without a hitch.
To see the horizon and the far. Excuses were two for a penny.
I personally think it's a little tight going through here, but Tad didn't seem to be bothered by it. The dockmaster was waiting by our slip so that he could catch the lines and help get us secured into the slip. All boaters know that the easiest part of boating is running in open water. The hardest part is getting out of your slip, and even harder is docking into a slip. And Tad seems to do a really phenomenal job, but I always get nervous during this part. Fortunately, my job is handling the lines and making sure we're secured in the slip. Well, we made it safe and sound to Myrtle Beach Yacht Club in South Carolina. We had a great dinner at the Officers Club at the Myrtle Beach Yacht Club, and then just relaxed the rest of the evening. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more Cruising with the Wild Herons. Ciao.
Tomorrow, there's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. Is a good